A report states that on average, an American adult owns 4.3 handheld electronic devices. Cell phones, MP3 players, portable DVD players, tablet PCs, beepers, PDAs, and other lesser used devices are counted. Number 1. Is this a test of a mean or a proportion? Technically, this is not a test at all, as stated. However, if we were to test the claim that 4.3 handheld electronic devices are owned by an American adult on average, then this would be a test of a mean. So, number 1, we are testing a mean if we are to challenge that claim that 4.3 devices. Do you believe that the actual average is less than 4.3, more than 4.3, or just about 4.3? Well, you may have your own ideas, and that's the point here. Whatever you feel is the actual case will determine what kind of a test you run. So, I believe it's a little less. I believe it's less on average. I believe it's less on average. So, number 3, if you ran a hypothesis test based on your belief, so based on the belief that I think it's less, what would you use for the null hypothesis and what would you use for the alternative hypothesis? Well, for the null hypothesis, we're going to use, let me put a colon there, we're going to use average, or mu, equals 4.3. That is, that we believe that on average an American adult owns 4.3 handheld electronic devices. So, on average, an American adult owns 4.3 handheld electronic devices. Okay, that's the null hypothesis, and that's true no matter what you think. So no matter what your answer to 2 is, the null hypothesis is going to be the same. We're going to take the information, or the claim, and make that our null hypothesis. Excuse me. And our alternative hypothesis is based on your belief. We believe that it's less, so we're going to say for the alternative that mu is less than 4.3. In other words, on average, an American adult owns less than 4.3 handheld electronic devices. So in symbols, this is the null hypothesis, and this is the alternate. And in words, this is the null hypothesis, and this is the alternative.